Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're in FL Studio 24. We'll be looking at the mixer board and how it functions and some of the things that will help you when you're mixing your sound. And so let's go straight into it and let's look at the mixer. All right. So here we are. I have FL Studio opened up, and this is the channel rack. This is where you insert all your instruments, your generators, and all the good stuff, right? So I already have some few stuff pulled up here. Let me just play it real quick. Okay, all right, so that's enough. Now you notice that everything that I'm playing is essentially going into the master. And by default, with FL Studio, you always have the main or the master, right? That's where all of these inserts go or routed to. As you can see here, it's going down and it is routed into the master. Every one of these is routed into that, okay? Now, so to change that, we can go in here and we can route the kick into channel 1. You see, notice that as I'm changing this, it's also corresponding to the number. So I want to put the kick in insert 1 and then just kind of work my way down. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to work our way down to 7. Okay. All right. I've color coded the drums and the instrument to make it easy on myself. So I'm going to hit Control Shift on the keyboard. I use Windows, so probably be Command Shift for Mac users. So Control Shift and then select multiple channels at a time. And then we can right click it, go to change color, and then we can select the color that we want, hit accept, and it changes them at the same time. I'll do the same for the instruments as well. Go here, change the color to that, and bam, there we go. You can rename it or change the icon. Just go right click, go to rename, or here's a shortcut F2, rename it. So let's name this kick, and let's do the same for the rest of it, and make sure we are on the same page. I like things to be organized because this is just makes it easier to find stuff. And then what we have the bass, and then piano. That's not a right way to do this. My job is just to show you what these things do, and then you can make your own decision after that. All right, computer tape. Okay, now if you want to change the icon, just the same concept. Go to right click the channel, go to rename. Then right here you can change the icon. Once hit enter, the icon shows up down here. Okay, so that's basically what it is. Now, when I play this, you will notice that every single one of these channels here has been routed to one of these strips down here. Just watch. Okay, so now down here we can make adjustments to the volume and stuff, right? So let's just bring the hi-hat down. Let's keep the snare where it's at. Let's bring this hat open. The bass, we can bring the bass down a little bit, piano down, and then the computer tape is pretty loud, so we'll bring it down, and then let's hear it again. Okay, so you notice that as the track is playing, I'm making some edits, right? And so let's go through it. This button here is to mute and unmute. It's the same button that you use to solo and unsolo. To solo, you just hit Alt-S on the channel you want, and it will solo it. Depending on the keyboard, you may just have to just hit the S button, and that will solo it. And then you push the S button again, and it will unsolo it. Okay, that's what this green button is. And the same thing when you go to the effects rack, you notice all these, anytime you see that green, essentially is just to turn it off or on, enable and disable, right? Okay, now this is a fader. This is a fader. So when you bring it up, obviously you're bringing up the volume. You take it down, you're bringing down the volume. If you want to reset it back to Unity or default, you just hit reset. You right click and go to reset, and it brings it back to the default. Here's where you pan to your right or to your left. So you can send the signal to the right ear a little bit more, or the left ear a little bit more, or the right speaker or the left speaker, whichever way you want to see it. This is what does this button here does. I just want you to listen for a second, okay? Okay, now going down the strip. Now, if you know how to work just one of these strips, it repeats for the rest. That's all you have to know. Okay, so don't let all these many things confuse you. If you know how to work one strip, you can work the rest. Okay, now going down, you notice that there is this reverse polarity here, right, where negative becomes positive. And that happens a lot if you're working with a kick drum where you want to reverse the phase. Okay, I don't really have a kick drum to show you, but this is where a live recorded kick drum to show you. But this is where you would go if you wanted to reverse that polarity or reverse the phase. Then this button here is, now watch this. If I take the kick drum, right? If I send the kick drum to the left, I can reverse that. Let me solo this real quick and play it. When I hit this button here, it reverses it and sends the signal to the right. Okay, so you can play with this however way you want to do it. Let's say for some reason you were doing live recording and somehow you could only record on the left side. When you bring it into FL Studio, you can send it to the right side. Essentially, that's what that's for, or for many other things. Okay. Now, you notice that down here, these buttons are grayed out, and that's because this is your FX enable and disable. These are the slots where you put the FX. I can click down here in this arrow and choose a compressor and put on this kick so I can get more volume. I can go to the presets, and find some presets. I can just go to Master 2, just select that. Let me zoom back out. And then now we have a preset on the kick. Let me put this back in the center, and then let me on solo, and let's listen to it. You notice that I have more kick now, right, than before. And I can enable and disable it with this button. And you can make any song danceable as long as you have, more kick and more bass in there. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for this lesson. On this side right here, once you have, let's say you have your audio interface, like a Focusrite connected to your computer, and you want to record, this is where you will go. You have to go into options, right? Let me zoom in. Go to audio, choose your audio interface. In this case, I have Focusrite. And then once you choose that, now you can go in here and choose all the different channels that you want to record from. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave those questions in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Until then, I will see you in the next video. I'm going to try my best to do another video that shows you how to do the routing, how to route within the FL Studio mix. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.